Hello everybody, welcome back to the Grand Mafia. Today I want to upload a new video. Hi, by the way, what are you guys doing? Today is the Mid-Autumn Festival. I'm Chinese, by the way, so I just went out, had a bloody big meal, and I'm so full, I can't even talk. I figure like, again, nothing better to do on a Friday night, so I'm hanging with you guys. Play some Grand Mafia. Alright, without getting away, let's get started. So today, I want to introduce about, there are a couple of things I want to do. Number one, I want to review the free-to-play enforcers. As you guys know, I'm a 100% free-to-play player. So I didn't spend even $1 on this game. As you see, I still haven't got this Killer Queen. She is pretty, I don't want to say she's cheap, but yeah, I guess everybody, if you go pay to win, that's the first character you're going to get, but I don't have her. And also, I have, oh, somebody want to launch a raid on our faction? That's awesome. So, what's that song? That too noisy? Yeah. So, as you see, I got a 241 million influence. A couple of days ago, I have like a 256 million influence, but after Musket Day, so I joined a lot of raids and yeah, I did a lot of battle. So I lost around roughly 12 million or 15 million influence, and but that's alright. But that's alright. So we train the we train these troops for fight. We're not farmer, right? So if you guys don't know, I'm more like a talk style player. So even I'm free to play, but I unlocked T4 already. I roughly have 4.5 million troops, T4 troops, and not T4 troops. I think I'm mixed with T2 and T4 troops. I don't have any T3 troops though. Let me see what kind of the situation I have. Check the phone, get all the resources, and let's see the training center. I got a 4.2 total troops. As you see, like I don't have T3 troops, 100, but I'm mixed with T2 and T4 troops, right? So total number is 4.2, and I got a lot in the hospital. Not much. I 261,000. Why I don't trade them? Because my I want to spend my healing speed up on the spending speed up day. Currently, I'm on Government War 3. So there, the first day is robbing the towers. The second day is like raid police station, campaign, and the casinos. And the day 3, I believe, is like increased influence. And the day 4 is spending speed up. And I want to keep those wounded soldier to be healed on that day, so I can spend all the healing speed up. And also, if you got raided or got attacked during that day, don't hurry up to fix your wall, because nobody going to use this. Nobody going to like running out of speed up for the wall repairing speed ups, right? You can see what I'm trying to see here. What I'm trying to see here. Oh, I'm trying to see the speed ups, right? As you guys say, like I got like 123 days, right? Guys, 123 days speed up for healing and war speed up. Is there a shop I can actually like selling those bloody speed ups? I don't need them, man. So sometimes I intentionally got hit by the other players, so I can zero my war. So on the spending speed up days, I can spend those 100 days war speed up, making me the absolute number one rank on that government war, like spend speed up day. So, oh yeah, what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to talk about like as you see, like as you see, I'm a 100% free to play player. So all the enforcers I have, they are free enforcers, right? I want to do a tier list because I think every enforcers has their own use. So there is not really who is the S tier, who is the B rank, right? They all have their own use. So what I'm going to do, I think to give everybody a fair chance, I want to review all enforcers one by one in 2023 on 29th of September of 2023, right? And after that, I last time some people were talking about, Zen, would you please give you some tips about like attacking other players and defending your turf. So if I feel like to do that, I'm going to do that as well. Ah, nice water. So I'm going to say one by one, right? Let's first start with Lubo, right? Is there anybody still haven't got the Lubo Grand yet? I think this is the easiest enforcers. You should get him Grand, and because he's awesome, right? Lubo is a must-have, enforcers for Kingpin, right? There are a couple of things. Before I introduce all the enforcers, there are a couple of things I think most of people you guys know already, but I'm surprised still some people they don't know. The reason being, I was searching the similar enforcer review video on YouTube, and I see still people making mistakes on those things. Maybe those videos were years old, so at the time people they don't know. But in case if you don't know, so I'm going to tell you what are they. So if you click on rank 7, for example, these purple things, I do believe a game developer go to unlock the grand, which is golden level for this like a grade. Just like the reason being they haven't unlocked that. Seem like we don't have T5 chips yet. The reason being they want to keep everybody at the same level. Otherwise, some pay-to-win player they become too OP, and a new player like me, I'm not new player, but new player they will never able to catch up with them, so the game will be dead or be dominated by those pay-to-win player. Even it's already that case, right? If you navigate to the battle skills, right, like as you can see, there is quite a few stats about this Lubo, right? As you can see, of course, it says agile. This Lubo is very agile, right? I don't think those things that matters. The things which matter is like you see, like physical attack, right? Can I just use my mouse? It's better, right? You see the physical attack and kinetic attack and the physical defense and blah blah blah. All right. So those things actually they are matter. Why? Because if you go to Kingpin, let me tap on a Kingpin. For example, this corpse, right? This corpse. And if you look at the description, it clearly says this Kingpin is a technique. He has very high kinet. What's that word again? Kinet? And I don't know. I can't remember. Don't quote on me, right? Has high K defense. That means if you sending some enforcer, for example, this dude, I'm going to talk about this dude later, right? So, but this dude, if you can see that he is clearly super plabbing on the physical attack, but kinetic. How to spell that? Kinetic attack. It's freaking 2000, right? This guy is pretty good at giving the K damage. But this police, as I share, as clearly in the description, as a high K defense. So you don't want to send that guy to challenge this campaign. So like if you don't know what to do, is there any? No, don't worry about it. If you don't know what those things means, right? If you don't know those things means, right? Those things like matters when you challenge a campaign, right? But for those skills, right? For those skills, they only like are viable in the stop rating us, okay? So for those like skills which I just highlighted, they only like matter in the campaign, which nobody really care after you reach level 25 of your turf. The only thing really matter is this one, which is the default attack, like giving 200% attack based on your bikers, like attack something like that. So those skills down underneath doesn't matter, right? So don't you think like don't send like this girl. Which girl is that? You know what I'm talking about, right? So I'm talking about the bloody car girl, right? Her, right? Don't ever think about this girl is going to heal. Where is her healing skills? Yeah. This one is talking about healing. It's never going to happen when you are talking. It only happens in the campaign. So when you like challenge campaigns, you can't even see what's happening in campaign. But when you like attacking the other players, or you got attacked by NPC or the other players, so it's not going to work. The only thing which matters is this, right? This, right? There is a stats here. So that's number one. Number two, right? I find like a lot of people like maybe they don't know is you don't need to deploy. It's not skills, for example. You see, This take effective once enforcer is recruited. That means it's a passive skills. So that means like those skills which you like for this one double the chance. There are 20% chance you can double the crate when you challenge Kingpin. You don't have to put a Lubo in your Kingpin team and you still get those buff, right? Some people might say, oh, well, I have to send him because he gives 20% extra like a chance to get a double points. But no. It's clear says it only effective like it clearly says like this effective once enforcer is recruited. So you don't need to send them. A good example is you don't need to send this guy, right? This guy has like wall defense, right? And you guys want to say, oh, I want to go to my turf and I want to put that Tony into the wall defense troop, right? No, you don't need that because once Tony is recruited based on his like a grade level, you automatically get this buff, right? You don't need to. It's a passive skill. You don't need to put him in the crew. But there are some skills which, for example, like let's talk about Booba, for example. See that only effective when enforced in the crew. That means only when you're sending him out in the battle. For example, when you put him on the wall, or when you attacking other players or attacking the challenges. I mean casinos and those like this skill flurry skills will become effective, right? That's something you guys need to know, right? So let's talk about those enforcers. Jesus, I already feel exhausted. I don't think I can finish this video. Somebody help me, please. All right, Luba is excellent because he gives those skills. All those skills are very unique and like giving the double chance of the crates when you challenge campaign. That's why sometimes you only attack. Let me just put one thing, right? Let me just like sending some. Let me put our campaign. Let me challenge this dude. Oh, whoa. Come on, it's bug. Like, why I can challenge a level 9 Kingpin? That doesn't make sense, right? It's level 5. Yeah, let me just give it one go. And clearly say this guy clearly says this guy has very high physical defense, and his attack all physical. That means you'd better to send somebody with a high kinetic. What's that word? I forgot again. That K damage, and also maybe have some very good like a physical defense, right? That's what I'm saying, right? That's why like when I send you see this guy, right? This guy I put him here because he has very high like kit tech that damage, and instead of sending somebody like Lubo, which have a freaking high physical attack. And but there is the easy way out, which you can look at this top 5 like global ranking. And you can easily apply. And you find the line which you have all enforcers. For example, I can apply this line, or I can apply this line because they all come up with some free to play like heroes, right? Apply this line, or I can where is it? I show you the differences, okay? So first, let me just like, it's always better to challenge the campaign when you apply with those like recommended enforcers. Even sometimes your enforcer like me is pretty bad whack. You see like I got like this lady and this guy, which is like a great, like which is plan great. Let's see how it goes. Let's see like what kind of damage I do. I deal 0.26. What a ghetto attack. This is, you see like I got like a 2 crates because like I got a Lubo. They're giving me 20% of the chance for getting the double the points, right? So even I don't have him in my crew, and I still get this, right? I only challenge it once, but I got it twice, right? And let me just challenge somebody else. Let me find another. What's that guy? The mob boss. This one? No. Level 5. Yeah, this guy. Right. I haven't challenged this one guy yet. But if I don't use this team, I use a quick apply, which is the game automatically selected the highest like K attack enforcers and I send the troop again and see what the difference is. The first one do like 0.27, not which is not much, but look at the new team. What I'm trying to say is usually those recommended team give a high damage, even they don't have the same like grade level as the other hero you might have. Ah, never mind. This one give you better. But yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying. So like this is like I'm trying to tell, which is like those heroes don't you don't have to put them into the crew. You're able to get like a double rewards if they are the passive skills. Let me see. This one also get a double, but the rewards like a crap, right? So Luba is excellent enforcers for challenging camping, but don't put him into defense or assaulting other people because I keep saying assaulting other people, attacking other players because he doesn't have any buff attacking like to increase your crew's attack or like your like a spiker's attack. He's a biker type enforcers, right? And when you attacking, I think I will leave that attacking strategy when I talk about the attacking strategy. But let me just finish those heroes. So Luba excellent for camping, not good at all for fight. You should avoid putting him into. You should always recruit him and level him up to the grand. If you have too many of his token, I know everybody got millions of his token already. You can always like make it a 800 almost 900. You can sell those for diamond, right? Those he give pretty good diamond rewards, right? You can sell them. But don't put him into attack or you don't put him on a wall because he doesn't give you any stats about your crew's attack and the defense and HP. The next one, White Dove. She is awesome. She's awesome. She's not good at campaign. She's not good at fighting, but she's excellent in development, right? So you normally get her token for attending the what's that called underground market. So yeah, trying to get her grand. And currently there is events called what's that called? Restricted base sage, right? By doing this, you can got this kind of exchange shop, and you can got all of her tokens, and it's pretty easy to make her like as a grand. And at the same time, she's a babe, right? She's sexy, she's useful. Give like I probably you don't care too much about the engineering construction buff, but you do care about investment buff and the training buff, right? Give like 10% training buff, 10% investment buff, and 10% constructed buff. And the same deal as Rubo, don't put her into like any attack or defending your turf. And I know a lot of people think those characters they are cool, and you put him as your underboss, right? I put this White Dove as my underboss. It's pretty cool. I know that, but don't do that, right? Because you like underboss usually is involved in usually is in defending or attacking, right? So if you assign those like non-attack fighting type enforcers in your crew as underboss, you're not going to get any buff. So let's move to the next one. Booba. Arguably, Booba is the best. I would say the best enforcers in this game as a free-to-play, in like free enforcers, because Lubo gave a crew attack, which is buff all the type of the troops, even the cost, right? It buff like give extra 20% attack to bikers, which is his attribute is a biker, hitman, bruisers, and the cost, right? There is no buff for the traps, but nobody give a shit about those traps, right? So, and also his second skill is giving HP, right? People might argue, what about defense, right? Guys, keep this in mind. So, for those stats, attack, HP, and defense, always attack is more important. The second one then is HP, then the third one is defense. It's all like in that matter, right? Always in that matter. And then the third one, which is like cargo control. you guys, you need some cargoes, right? Oh, something I forgot to mention. This Luba, the other things which can make him awesome is there is signature weapon, right? This weapon, you see, like giving actual 6% of the kingpin damage. Damn, that's his awesome good. That's awesome good, right? So that's his signature weapon. If you are able to unlock that, and which you require a lot material, and this is going to be another video though, but those things are hard to get. But what I'm saying is, even you make him grand, but there is still a way to keep developing those enforcers with upgrading the signature weapon. Yes, I did say upgrading because those bloody things same as this. Started from plain, simple, rare, elite, and grand. And I don't know how many of the signature blueprint you're going to require, but it's going to be a lot. But there's something like you can do. And this Lubo, his signature weapon, which give extra kingpin damage, which is excellent. But compared with that, why though? Her signature weapon is not that dope though, so gives an extra 40%. I know diamond is important, but we all have the hospitals. Nobody giving diamonds, right? Unless you're farmers count, but nah, no. I'd rather to like just like attacking other players to get the diamond and send a reason. Hopefully nobody raid me, please. But this Booba, right? His signature weapon is awesome, giving the biker attack 10%. Coupled with, I know, this is only at the grand level. If you just unlock that, only give 0.5% of the attack buff on the bikers. But that's something good, right? You find this probably is the one of the best. This is not the one of the. This is the best, like signature weapon among all enforcers. I'm afraid to play enforcers. And his skill is already buff the crew attack. Then his signature weapon is able to buff the bikers attack with another 10% in the top tier in the grand level. So yeah, pretty good. So I would say use him for like defending, use him for attacking, and I think sometimes he's pretty useful when you like attack kingpin, right? Let me see. I think if you attack like this cop. Is anybody using Booba? Nobody uses Booba, right? Nobody uses. But you guys keep in mind all the enforcers on this list, right? Currently I'm showing, yeah, they worthwhile to max because they are pretty lit in like challenging campaigns. So don't simply look at their stats for attacking or defending, but you guys also should think about camping because that's a major source for getting all the speed ups, like resources, contracts, golds. Blah blah blah. There are a lot of events which drop like lubers, like intel or some feather stuff, which you can unlock another campaign character. I'm going to talk about that, right? So the next one is come on, stop raiding us, guys. Let's this what's her name? Sparrow, right? She is awesome. She's awesome. She gave like Hitman attack and Hitman defense. I know it's not as good as Hitman HP, but yeah, it's good, right? It's good. And the trap, nobody give a shit about traps. And she is good, and I think she's pretty strong when you attack like a kingpin. I think she's one of the recommended. You see that, right? You see that? She's there, right? She's pretty good for like as a fighting or as a campaign. She's good. You should definitely like trying to like max her to the grand tier. And another guy, I don't think he is as good. Nah, he's not as good. But yeah, Sparrow is good, right? Pretty good at enforcers, good at all things, right? And her section weapon though, which is giving the an HP. Well, did I just mention about if she can have the defense should be even better? I mean, she can have HP should be even better. Don't worry, the game developer knows drill, so they give us the signature weapon which is able to buff the hitman HP. But unfortunately, again, this is if you level up the signature weapon to the grand tier, which will take like 200 years, and if you just unlock that, congratulations, you get a 0.75 buff. But it's still better than nothing, right? Now, let's talk about, what should I say? Is arguably the best enforcers, the most popular enforcers, and yeah, the hero himself, the man himself in this game. I believe, everybody plays the Grand Mafia because you love what's his name? El Cazador. I believe you guys, because of him, you start playing that game, this game, right? The reason being I'm talking about that is, let me just show you the reason. YouTube. And yeah. The Grand, come on, Chinese start popping up. The Grand Mafia. You see that? You see that? Okay, in every freaking movie, in every freaking ads, right? You see that? this guy, this guy is always. Let me see what's that. Where is the most popular character? I know Tony Johansson, yes. And then now we have the Reston. I know she could. Yeah. You see that? The most popular, the man himself. The man himself. Well, guys, don't you agree? You play this game because this guy, right? So that's why I within heartbeat I make him the Grand. I'm kidding. He's trash. He's trash. Right, and you see, like his skill is which give like a bruiser 30% attack, which is good. And what kind of shit is that? Speeding up the traps. That means he's really good at labor work, right? Like assemble, like sitting in the corner, assemble all the traps, like chop the potatoes, like making those things. Like also giving more arms. I know you guys all missing arm as resources. Yeah. And his signature weapon. Well, good thing is like the game developer didn't cock him too much. Give at least it's a bruiser HP 15% as a grand level. But yeah, I don't use him. but he's, I would say he's not that totally useless, because like he's pretty lit in the campaign. Right, you see, like he's there, right? So you might want to level him up, like if you want to challenge campaigns. So he's okay. And the next one, the Deathlock, the Chinese himself, the man. What's his introduction here? If you see, look at his introduction, I think the game developer changes this introduction for the game developer a couple of times. I remember before he said like the game developers, the description says he is the leader of Shanhe Hui, which is a famous US-based Chinese Grand Mafia gang, right? But we're not talking about those history. We're talking about the characters, right? So he is able to give like a 30% bruise attack, and he is able to give him, what kind of shit is that? Trap attack is better than trap defense, but nobody give it anything. Nobody care about the trap things. And yes, the bruiser, which is very good, and his secondary weapon is a bruiser defense, so pretty good. Yeah, pretty good balance. You can put him as on the boss. Yeah, he is pretty good candidate on the boss. Oh yeah. One thing I forgot to mention about this dude. Let's talk about this dude again. If you want to play as a trap account and make people think you don't know anything about this game, what you can do is make him as the underboss, right? Like what I'm doing, right? So I can make him as my underboss, right? Then people say, "Oh, this guy, right? He is like this trash guy." As in for he must be a noob. But this doesn't work when you have like 240 million influence, because they're gonna raise you regardless. But if I have another account which is like only have like less than, I think, 50 million influence, right? It works pretty well, right? I use those ghetto ass. Don't forget to change your profile picture to this guy, to the hero, to the man himself as well. So make yourself look even more ghetto, right? So it's a strategy. Like this is another useful things for those like lower battle power enforcers. I'm going to use him for enforcer maybe for a day or two. See how it goes. Maybe next morning when I wake up, tomorrow when I wake up, I'll find myself getting a 0. Yeah. So yeah, but this Deathlock is a very good enforcers, like as a candidate on the boss, and he's good at attacking, defending. If you care about bruisers, right? I know this game a lot of people only care about bikers, but yeah, we're not. This is not what we're going to talk. What are we going to talk about this time? The next one, animals. Well, animals. He is like a controversial. enforcer because he got a very god tier skills, which is crew attack 20% buff, which is awesome. But what kind of things about this too? Like trap attack and a trap HP, they totally useless. Should I join the race? I feel like my faction is probably struggling now. So he's he's able to buff everybody, but that's it for the attack. And his signature weapon is what kind of thing is that? Cargo production plus 40%. Disappointed, very disappointed. I hope at least give some like a hitman defense. It would be even better than this, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a very good. He doesn't have a very good signature weapon, but I will say signature weapon because it takes ages to make them grand. So, no, don't care. And I think this animals is meta in Kingpin. Is him there? Nah, he's not there. He's not meta. Right. So the next one is Neon. Neon. He's pretty good. Right? He's kind of like a white dove, right? He is not like a fighting type. Even he looks cool, like looks like a fighter. Look at his swagger, like so swaggy, like a jacket with like chest wide open. Should I do that? Yeah, should I do this? And oh, believe it or not, when I first start playing this game, I make him as my underboss. Then later I found him. He's not a fighting underboss at all. Look at his skill, but those skills are very good. They all passive skills. You don't need to deploy him like to make those buff like investment control, and it's I don't have to stress how important it is. And on top of that, Neon, I think is very early stage, like in early days, like when you start playing this game in the very early days, you can already have access to him. So I think he's one of the first grand. I think he actually is the first enforcer I make him grand because I need those buff. I needed this buff, and the other two which gave it the Kingpin energy and the Kingpin refresh like buff, which is awesome, very useful. I don't think he's very useful in the Kingpin though. I mean attacking Kingpin though. Let me check. Is he there? Or maybe he is good at physical attack because like for those like the mob boss, like you need to send a high K damage enforcers, but for the cop you need to send a high P, which is physical damage. Let me find a one. High physical damage enforcers. Maybe that Neon is one of the high physical damage. Oh, look at the list. This guy, right? This guy, he's very useful. Oh, here, of course. Here he is. So he's totally like a god tier character for like PvE content. So he's very good for that case. The next one, I think this guy is her like right hand, right? I think that was written in his description. I think he is he was club of underworld's maybe the game developer change too much. You guys can read those backstory when you guys are free. I'm not going to read that today. So, but I got in the backstory, this guy and this girl, right, and this girl, three of them have some kind of the connections. This one, Oniro, I don't know if my pronunciation is right, and she's an early stage in she's early stage a hero because like she gives some like buff on the construction, and of course later on everybody like focus only on the investment. I know these days we have a startup, but like you can start up your buildings, but it doesn't take much time, right? Keep like an hour, 2 hour. Maybe I'm too ghetto because I'm only on star 1. Maybe when you reach star 10, maybe it's a different story, but at this stage I didn't see much use for this one. But she does have like some mixed skills, some kind of fighting skills. Even it's not HP, it's not attack, but it's defense. Like you can put her into attack if you desperately need another bruiser type enforcer to join the fight. And then she give like she increase your max energy, right, for Kingpin challenge. So she's useful. And I think she's a physical attack like type enforcers. Let me see if she's in the list. Nah, oh yeah, she's there. She's there, right? You see, she's there. So yeah, she's useful. She's not trash. So the next one is Big Shot, right? I like this guy. I like this guy. He's pretty good, right? Because like, he give attack for the hitman and HP, and his signature weapon is the defense, right? Which is very good. I forgot to talk about the signature weapon for these two guys. This guy gave that's trash. Arm production. Let's don't worry about that. What about you? Oh, cash production, even better. Yeah, I need some money. I need the money. Then Big Shot. Right? Big Shot is like his signature weapon is defense increase, and his skill which has HP increase and the attack increase. Very good. And he's I need to learn how to read this word. Kinetic, kinetic attack type K damage enforcer, so he should be good here. Is he list there? Yeah, he's list there. You see that, right? So this guy's cute. He's useful. All right, he's good. Good at fighting. Good at the PvE, like Kingpin fight. God tier, right? This guy God tier. This girl God tier. This guy good, right? This guy he probably not so good in Kingpin, but he's very good in fighting. This girl good for development. This guy good for Kingpin. This guy is the hero, and you should maxing him like no matter what, right? This guy good for early stage and also for development. This girl is not as good as this guy, but yeah, she gives some buff. She's kind of hybrid bird, kind of give you some like Kingpin development and fighting, but actually not good anymore. And this guy, yeah, is pretty good in the fighting, and Kingpin got tier. I should say I stopped doing the tier list, right? Yeah, no tier list, they all useful. And for Vinny is also is one of the early stage hero you can access, and he's similar to this girl. He's similar to this Honorio. He I guess because he's hybrid bird character as well. He gives the construction buff and trap attack. I don't know why you need that. And he gives the bikers defense buff, same as that Japanese girl. And what his like biker GP at least his signature weapon is better than Honorio. So yeah, I would say they kind of similar at a similar tier. I think he's a kinetic attack character, but he's not actually on the list. Is he on the list? He's not on the list. He's trash. Nah, he's not. All right. So, and again, you can use him as an underboss to confuse the enemy if you're playing as a trap count. And Mike is, I would say, in the early days, he's afraid. Enforcer, of course, all the players, all the enforcers I'm talking about today are afraid to play enforcer. You don't have to pay anything. But this guy is a bro, right? It's a brother in arms. You need to maxing him out because he is the first default hero you will have when John joined with Rebecca and then Mike come. Another right. Might come to like help you guys, so you should like, and his skill is not bad, right? His skill like a flurry, which is able to increase bruise attack and able to increase the bruise HP. I know this cash production is useless, but come on, like we'll be talking a lot of free to play enforcers. They always win trash. There is always one trash skill, right? So Mike got this like cash production, and his signature weapon is not bad, right? Giving the bruiser defense, and he is a physical attack type enforcers, but unfortunately he's not famous like in the campaign. I don't think any of the he's not there. So maybe you should choose some other enforcers to challenging the campaign. And then next one, Hellcat. Oh, Hellcat is she is afraid to play enforcer, but she is also at the same time she's in the she's at the level of the pay to win hero. So and as again she's very hard to get her as a grand. I have her as a elite, and you see like because like it takes too much speed up to get her every time in the Hellcat events, and not to mention, not to mention like look at this. Wow, I'm gonna take a break. Let's enjoy.
Work or dance.
I don't mind. You can do both, right?
Don't let fear.
Yeah, she's the babe. She's the babe, right? And the reason being why she's the babe because she gave the crew attack, right? I know it's not 20% because like at the moment it's like 8% because it's elite, right? But if I make her as a grand, it's 20%. And at the grand level, she get 25% of crew HP, which increase everybody. Not as a mic only increase the bruisers, attack and HP, but this Hellcat give attack to everybody, right? The difference is like those things that decrease. You see, this is 20% and 25%. But if you are specialized in type of the, I should turn it off. Like it's 30% and 50%. Yeah, so even like Hellcat buff everybody, but the rate is lower. But at the same time, she buff everybody. So that means like Mike only buff like bruisers, but with by 50% of the HP. But Hellcat buff like 25% of everybody, the bruisers, hitmen, bikers, and the cars. And the last skill, which is the training, which is everybody need that as well, give you shorten your training time. And then her signature weapon got two actually. So all the pay to win like heroes got the two skill like signature weapons. One is sorry, I'm busy, I can't join you. I know you guys need help, but please forgive me. So alright, the basic attribute which give another 10% crew HP you can use, but you see like it requires two. You see that all those heroes only require one, but here can require two to unlock this basic attribute. But also there is like character specific. I don't have any. All right, I don't have any. All right, cool. Which if you technically there is a chance you can get that as pay to free to play, but realistically it's impossible, right? So give another 12% like crew attack. So she's awesome. She's awesome. I don't have to. She's definitely the top tier. I don't think she's great in. I don't think she's great in camping though. Is that the her only weakness? Because you can't see any. You can't see her anywhere in the. I think she's a physical type, attack type, so she'll be in this one. But you don't identify. Like you see, like, even some like green color hero is over there, so it's not a matter of like, and she's still not there. So that means I believe there are people with like me has elite, better tiers than green, right? Even green tier hero can be there. I think she probably not good in campaign, so that's maybe her only weakness. And let's talk about the Bone Crusher, right? This guy is like you can get him for events, and also I think you can unlock him with the government war state part. You see, like if you can finish all of them, the very last one you can get her get his like token, right? You can get him tokens to level him up. Currently I have him as the blue, so he gave like the Kingpin challenge damage, which is passive skills. You need that. So you can deal more, you can kill the level 5 Kingpin or level 4. And he also give very useful, which is investment speed up. Right? At the grand tier, you get like 10%, which is quite good. And also 10% at grand tier for the training. And his signature weapon is the diamond production trash. Trash! And the next one, Tony. Right? Arguably one of the most handsome hero in the game.
C'è sempre una via d'uscita.
And he's pretty good, I would say. He's pretty good. I will max him out as a next hero because I'm still in the processing of upgrading other heroes. But he is on the next list, right? He will be the next. 30% of biker attack and 50% of biker defense, and war defense might be useful, even I do feel war is quite useless. And his secondary weapon is a biker HP, and also he's good in Kingpin, right? I think he is there. I'm pretty sure he was there. Maybe not on this campaign, but yeah, I saw him yesterday on the other campaign attack. So Tony's cool. I don't care. And then the next one is Chi. He's pretty good. Like he probably at the same tier. Sometimes I have to say he might be slightly better than Tony because they have very similar like skills, but this CJ he got like a HP. As I explained earlier, HP is more important than defense, right? So he has the edge on that one, and but he gives some extra trap HP, and Tony gets give war HP. Of course, war HP is more important than trap HP, right? So, but to be honest, when you're defending, the real thing that matter is not a wall, right? It's not a trap. It's for your T1 or T2 troops. I will make another video talk about those things for the. And I think I'm pretty tired about today. I don't think I have energy to continue with like attacking strategy. If you guys here waiting for me to rumbly to the attacking defending skills, sorry, I don't think I'll make it. But I finished this hero, right? The hero things. So, and his signature weapon, yeah, back defense. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Like when you think about the level up the bikers heroes, like Booba is number one. Then you pick Tony or CJ, right? Let's talk about the next. Who is next? Hurry! I'm so tired. Doxy. She's sexy. She's hot. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. She's a car hero. Right? Normally a car hero, nobody uses car hero because car is weak against everything except wars, but you don't need attacking wars. People just overpowering other people players with bikers, right? So you don't really worry about war too much. But yeah, she give attack, a defense, and she's a kinetic a type hero, but at the same time she's not on the list, so that's a bit disappointing. You see like those two like the car type hero like this one and this one, they all there, but unfortunately this she's there. No, maybe I was wrong. Never mind, she's good at camping. All right, she's good, right? Make her max, right? And what's her super weapon is, yeah, not bad, like HP, car HP by another 50%. I do feel like if car need more buff, like cause like if you see like the buff is crazy, 50%. Remember, like if we're talking about the other, like for example Tony, the biker buff is 30%, right? And the defense is 50%. But for cars, the buff is more, 50%, and defense is 75%. Wow, crazy, right? So those heroes, but those skills only when you deploy those heroes in a fight. But nobody deploy like Doxy in a fight, right? Are you going to deploy her into your wall? Are you going to send her out in attacking other players? No, you're not. So I don't know, but she's useful in campaign. And the metal increase, don't care, literally don't care. And the only thing which I care is her pose. I think I should make her into my private club, to be honest. And this guy Paulie, I'm currently like on the way making him as a grand. I know is not as OP as Tony. Why are people? I saw people attacking me. This guy asked me to help. Sorry, I'm making video. I can't do that. If you're watching like in this video, you know the reason. I'm busy. I'm not always online and available to join right now. Right, this guy. Right. He got a trap attack, nobody care, but defense and the HP 50% pretty good, and his signature weapon, which is able to increase the hitman attack. So I know it's only at the grand tier, at the plain tier is 0.5%, but that's something right you can looking for, right? And also he is physical attack kick next. I mean, he's good at hitting this mob boss. Right, I think, is he there? He's not there? Maybe that is when hitting the cops? Yeah, you see, he's always there, right? He's a superhero about hitting the campaign, so he's pretty useful. He's pretty useful, right? So that's why I'm trying to make him, because he can fight in the campaign, he can fight in the battle. Doesn't matter defending or offense or defensive. He's always useful. So I like him. Come on, he's Paulie. He's cool, right? Look at this. Got a big gun. I like big guns, right? That's it. I don't care. Shut up. And this Kitsune, and yeah, she's car hero, and she got the defense buff and attack buff, like cash, and her signature weapon is cash production. Right? She really loved the money, right? But yeah, she is good at campaign. That's it. So if you care about campaign, go ahead with that. And yeah, let's talk about this. Who's her? Belladonna, right? Belladonna, she's a babe, she's sexy, she's pretty, and she's able to buff Hitman attack, but that's it.
I got it.
The rest of things is pretty boring, which is trap attack increase and the metal production increase, and her signature weapon is metal production. She's really a girl made of metal. That's why she like a motorbike. But the funny thing is she is like a Hitman's type hero, and she's not at the campaign, and she's not good at the campaign neither. Right? See, where is she? She's not there, right? What about the Kidness one? Is she good at that one as well? No, she's not, right? What are you good at? What are you good at? Except your pretty face. She is pretty good at physical attack, but like physical attack you can do, but you are not on this list, because when you attacking the cops, you need a strong physical attack, but she's still not there. So wow, I would say I will if I have nothing to do, I'll level her up. Simply because she's the babe. Otherwise, literally don't care. The next one, El Cortado, he's pretty good because he give the bruisers attack and the defense, and also buff the wall, right? And his signature weapon is the bruiser HP, but he's very similar to Mike. But the difference is Mike give the HP for the bruiser, but this guy gave the defense, and also Mike gave the signature weapon. Yeah, they have the same. The Mike have the signature weapon, which is increased defense. This guy has signature weapon, increased bruiser HP. But of course, this one, like, number one, is pretty hard to unlock the signature weapon. Number two, the signature weapon increase is not as much as your like actual character skills. And then number three, I think he's not on the list neither. Both him and Mike is not in the list neither, so they are pretty much tied. But Mike has edge because Mike is the brother in arms. But the real reason is Mike is the default hero. You get him already, and this guy you have to work your ass out to get him grand. So nah, maybe later. And the next one, Captain Luis Salazar, right? This guy is very similar to this Paulie, right? So he's giving the differences. He's giving the buff HP and defense buff to bikers, and he is having the arms control, which I don't know, like it's a useful. I think Paulie gave the what's that? Giving the attack for the trap, but even that's still not useful. And the Paulie, what's your signature weapon? Oh, metal increase. Oh, I think a Paulie is better, but in this game, the developer favorite type of troops is bikers, so you might want to level him up if you need another biker. Actually, talking about those things, you really want to deploy in the fight with Booba himself. You probably need to put him, because you put Booba, Tony, CJ, and you have to put a captain. Otherwise, who will be? Are you going to deploy Vinny? You're not going to deploy Vinny or Lobo, right? So you have to deploy a captain. So you probably have to level him up, right? And then for the hitman, you get that guy, the animals, right? This guy is the hitman, and also you can deploy him, and him. So you're good. You don't have to worry about too much about this girl. For bruisers, you deploy him. Yeah. And then maybe you want to put a Booba. maybe some tips like you never deploy 5 same type of enforcers, because only like 4, the maximized same type of enforcers are 4. For example, you send all the bruisers out, and if you put 5 bruiser type enforcers, only 4 of them are going to fight. The 5th one, they will not fight, right? So that's why when you're attacking other players, you always, for example, if I'm attacking this one, I want to deploy bruiser, for example. You see that I put 3 like hitman. Why? Because I put 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 bruiser enforcers, and I put another one here. So at least animals can fight, and the reason being I put like 3 like hitman here, because if you put a 0, he will not going to fight. If he's not going to fight, number one, he's not going to deal any damage when he uses his skill. Right, when he uses this skill. This skill, right? This skill. So number two, he will not use the super weapon. Right? You see, like I put a super weapon here. Super weapon will only be triggered if this hero actually fight. If the hero cannot fight, for example, you put a 5 same type of the enforcers, and the 4 of them is fighting, and one will not fight. Don't ask me why. The game is developed in this way, right? So that 5th enforcer is not going to fight, and of course he's not going to fight his super weapon because he's not fighting. But if you put the other type enforcers, like me, put a hitman type enforcers here, but you don't deploy any his type of the troops, he's not going to fight because he don't have troops. So that's why I put a 3 or 2 like hitman over there. So I know like at least he can trigger his super weapon, right? Then where am I? Oh my god, I'm so tired. So the next one. The Tsar? How to say that? The Tsar? This Russian guy, he's cool. I would say he looks like king, right? He's look like the typical Russian guy. Look at his pose. I really want to make him as my underboss, but unfortunately he's a car type. God damn it, his car type enforcers. He gave the attack and the HP for the cars, and he gave the cargo. Come on. It is car type hero. Could you please make a car type hero able to buff all the stats? For example, the car's attack, car's HP, and the car's defense. Right? Nobody gonna use them, and you still put a one trash skill into those car type heroes. What? Are you tripping? And his skill is able to increase the car's defense. Well, I truly think like if the game developer really want us to use a car hero, they at least put like a crew defense, which can like buff the crew stats. So we want to deploy some cars. I'm not going to talk about it. But this guy, as I showed earlier, he's same as this girl, Kisune. He's pretty good at camping, especially when you're fighting the mob boss, right? You see like he's on the list. He's on the list. So it's a camping type. Unfortunately, even on the paper, it's a fighting type hero, but in the realistically, he's only a camping type hero. Are we there? Oh, we almost got the Black Hawk. You got Black Hawk by doing the Black Hawk events, and you know, like sometimes the game have given the Black Hawk events, and which you can, where is there? The events like give you the feathers. I can't find it. I have too many. Let me just change the view to like this, much better. I think it is. Yeah, you see those things? You see those things? When the Black Hawk event happened, you can use those feathers to exchange his token, but the game developer probably learned from Lobo, because you know you can get an unlimited Lobo token when the intel how the Lobo events come out, right? So the game developer learned for this. So like because so many people they get Lobo on Grand on day one, then later on they literally don't care about these events. But the game developer learned about this when they make this Black Hawk basically he's successor of Lobo. He is also a Kingpin type like hero. The difference is he don't give the double chance, but he give the movement speed, which is quite useless. And his signature weapon is the damage increase, same as Lobo. So all of his skills are passive, so you don't really have to deploy him. But the difference is he actually is pretty strong in fighting. When you fight him cop, you see like he's here. You see he's here, right? He's here again, so he's useful in Kingpin. He's quite useful over there. And but what I'm trying to say is the game developer learned from Lobo. So every time when the event come out, the maximum token his character token you get is only 15. So it take you can't make him grand on day one now. That's what I'm trying to say. And the last but not the least, we have this guy, the T-Rock. T-Rock is similar to that hero. What's his name again? El Cazador, right? He only buff the bruiser's attack. The rest of skill is trap defense and the diamond protection, slightly better than the main character. The main character himself, the man himself, the level 10 crook, right? El Cazador, right? He is like that, and his signature weapon is cargo production. Oh my god, so trash. This guy, unless you love diamond, nah, I don't see him very useful in Kingpin later. And maybe he will be a good hero for pretending you are pleb, right? Maybe I can just be like this, then pretending I'm a ghetto. Right, so let people attack me if I'm playing a trap account. So that's his use. I saw people they use this tactic, use this kind of guy as your underboss, and then make people attacking you. Then when people really start attacking you, then you turn into like a real hero, like Booba. So that's some technical things I can share you with. And all right. I'm so tired. Should I talk about the assaulting and attacking? I think I do mention a little bit about attacking and assaulting. I mean, attacking, you shouldn't deploy all the same hero. You should always mix the with the other type of hero. And the other type of hero is always like normally you pick those heroes is able to buff the crew stats. Right, that's what you should pay attention to. Let me just finish this thing. So let me just like push myself through, because I don't like to upload another video, right? So when you're attacking, right, for example, when you're attacking somebody, let's say like we are trying to attack level 34 casino, right? And you always recon. We assume this level 34 casino is another player. You always recon. You always recon. And you understand what their deployments is. And let's see like the report. Like, oh, they all bruisers. What do you do when they're all bruisers, right? If you go to, I think I don't need to teach you. You probably know that already. But you know, like in this, like in there is what's that? I think there is some kind of the like, do I have to teach you? Like bruisers, like it's weak, it's strong against hitman, which is like gunners, right? But it's weak against bikers. And hitman, which is gunners, is strong against the bikers, but weak against bruisers. And the bikers is strong against the bruiser, but weak against the hitman. And the cars just weak all against everybody, and only against war, strong against war. So as I see, so everybody in the defense line, in the enemy side is a bruiser. So what I should do is I should attack with everybody as bikers. Of course, I mix with this guy, yeah, because I said before, the maximum hero can fight is only 4. So I put another one, this guy, Animals, is able to buff the crew attack, which I also give some hitman here to make him able to use his super weapon and make him able to fight. So that's number 1. You always recon. The reason being you want to recon is because you want to know what kind of troop you should send, right? Sometimes you want to mix, sometimes in this case you want to send like all the bikers, right? And number two, like when you fight, remember crew size is almost always more important than the stats. What's the crew size you're talking about? This crew size, you can increase crew size by 50%, 20%. You increase crew size by 20% is make more damage than increase the attack by 20%. Understand? Don't ask me. Don't ask why. This is from experience, right? You should always focus on crew size. To increase crew size, not only you can get a crew size buff for here, right? And if you don't have those items, you can buy for the brokers, right? For brokers, and you type on the battle, right? And you see. Let me change to this view because I don't get you to this one. Brokers, right? Come back. You see, they have those things on sale. 50% crew size buff, right? 20% crew size buff. Right? You should always, like when you're attacking other players, to minimize your loss, you should always make more damage, right? So in that case, you should always focus on the crew size. Then after that, you should increase on the attack. But the question is, a lot of people might ask about, if I want to increase attack, and can I also increase the defense? But the game clear say only once at a time. Do you see that? So it means if you increase your defense, you can't increase attack. If you increase attack, you can't increase defense. So how to choose, right? So the principle is when you attacking other players, you boost attack. When somebody attacking you, you increase defense. Got it? Don't invite me. I'm not coming. And also when you're fighting. And you should always. I know a lot of people still make some mistake. You always like make sure like you are sending your underboss, unless like you are doing something I don't know. But only like when your underboss is not in the fight, right? And all your underboss specialty, those skills, right, won't be applied. You know the underboss can buff like hitman attack, bruiser attack, right? Only when your underboss, in my case, it is Booba. Right? Only when Booba is in the fight, the underboss skill along with your equipment, right? Those buff will be counted. Otherwise, you lost all of them. You lost a lot of damage. You lost a lot of stats. And also, you should always think about, like, for example, this time, as I show you, the defense line all has the bruiser. So what should I send? I should send most of bikers, right? So you should always look at like what kind of your accessory, your gears is able to buff. You see this one buff the bruiser and the hitman attack. You see that? I know there is some buff on the crew stats, but it's more focused on the bruiser and the hitman. So in this case, normally people do is they focus on one kingpin set. By the way, kingpin set is pretty much the free-to-play player, the best set you can get. Right? You can get a weapon shop, armories, weapon shop. You see, like there is a king set, right? This is the best you can get as a free-to-play. I know they are Godfather, but those things are heavily pay-to-win things. Even there is a way you can get as a free-to-play player, but it's too hard. So I will recommend you get a king set. And the vet Victor set, you can, but that's usually I use those set as when I was progressing the king set, so I have no choice. I use these things, but the new blood set is quite useful because as I clearly you see, I need to send bikers, but I don't have a biker set. What I do is I have those bikers new blood set. I know those things it's not like buff the other stats. The king set, which is like this one, buff lots in hitmans and the bruiser, but this one only bikers. But that's good because all I need is a bikers buff. So you should always like use a king set, but a king set only cover 2 types of the troops, and you're missing 1 type of troop you can buff, and you make a new blood set. The beauty of the new blood set is they don't need the contractors. they don't need the contracts because like the most difficult part you get for making the gears is the contract. For example, if I want to level up these pants, right? I'm bloody like so I'm missing this thing. I'm missing these things, right? But if you are making, for example, if making the new blast set, right? You don't need it. You only need these things, which I have over 100. You need this one, 1,000. You don't need the contract. So it's very easy to make a grand tier new blast set. So the principle is the way is you make the king set to cover 2 of your types, and then you make another new blast set to cover them when it's missing. In my case, it's the bikers. So I make this biker set, and I put all the bikers jewel. You see those jewels, right? You see those jewels, the juicy jewels. I put there because they all buff the biker. So the principle is when you do things, you specialize in one things. Don't try to make something which is specialize in all things. Specialize in bruiser, hitman, bikers. No, there are no such god tier things, right? Things do like this. When you do bikers, you set up everything specialized in bikers. When you do something on the bruisers, you set up something which is specialized in bruisers, right? That's another things. Got it? And the same, like you see, like I put all the juice which is able to buff the bikers on the biker set. But when I go to the other set which buff the hitman and the bruisers, I put the Jew, which is, you see, I put the Jews for hitman and the bruiser and hitman. And I have a god tier godfather Jew, which I got for the government war shops. I got the grand one, but what I do is I break them into 4 pieces of purple one, because 4 pieces of purple, the grand and the godfather Jew is giving you this one, right? Giving you like the more stats than a single grand tier, golden tier Jew. So that's why I break them into 4 purple one. And oh yeah, and that's the thing. So and when you talk, you always use the specialty. You use that specialty. For me, I have specialties for bruisers, which is specialized in bruiser. You see, like I make bruiser full or bruiser full. You should always have a setup. Or when you trying to change your setup, which you are attacking using all the bruisers, you have those things. You see, I have the bruiser setup, hitman setup, biker setup, which is like boost the bikers, which you specialize in things. So when you always have something which is specialized in one hyper chip, right? Trying to not like be all arounders, trying to specialize in some things, right? And especially as if you are free to play player, I think we all play to free to. If you are free to play player, I think we are all free to play players. So you should always do that. But don't forget, there is a government war specialty you should always think about. And if you are doing the casinos, you should specialize in this enhancer. Especially like you see casinos, so these things, right? They give you the extra buff. You can send extra 50,000 tubes when you're hitting casinos, right? You should always like set up your reset your specialty in the government war skills, because and one thing I should let you know, the government war specialty also works on the city map. For example, I make it here. You see in development, I make this investment skills, which is giving me 10% buff on investment. One day I go to the city map. When I start investing on my investment, this one still counts, right? So don't think the government war specialty only applies to the government war. It's also applied when you're on a city map. So when you're attacking players, then when you're attacking casino, you focus on this one. As I said, like max out those skills, so you can send more troops. And when you're attacking other players, based on what kind of troop you want to send all the bruisers, then you buff those bruisers stats. And there is skills here, which is mobilizer, which increase 10% for an hour for your crew size. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's very, very, very important, like to have a better crew size, then have a better attack stats. I'm not saying that attack stats is not important though, but if you want me to choose, I prefer the crew size. And same, like also one thing you need to know, which is bikers, enrage, bikers, enrage attack. This one is also very useful because it gives you 20% actual like attack buff, right? Enrage attack buff. 20%, that's quite a lot, right? When you attack other players, you might want to reset your skills and specialize it here. But if people might ask, if I'm hitting casinos, should I focus on this one? Should I focus on this attack, or should I focus on this enhancement? If you're hitting casino, you should focus on this one, enhancement, because I said size matters, right? It's not size does not matter, size matters. And but when you are attacking other players, it's not casino. Those buffs don't apply. Then the stats matters. Not to mention here you can have a mobilizer, which will give you the extra 10%. So I don't know if you have enough points, you might be able to unlock this one. At the same time, you max this one. So give you like 10% crew size. At the same time, you get actual like a casino like troop size. So I think one thing which I did is I first go here because this is a skill. This skill which you can use, right? Specialty, you can use these things, right? You see like some skills is on cooldown. I think when I unlock that team mobilize skill, it's over there. I activate that. Then what I did is then I reset my governor specialty. I come here and to unlock, to max out this one. So I can't remember. Let me check. I will show you like on my casino hit. I know my last casino hit is a failure. 34. You see my size. Offensive failure. 37. No, it's more than that. Scavenge. Yeah, you see my size. 423,000. It's not like a single player. It's not raid, right? It's quite a bit. So that's what I did. My voice starts smoking now. I can't talk much now. So that's like, remember, like when you start fighting people, you always check like if there are any buff skills you can use for here, right? Because some skills, as I mentioned, which is like in the specialty, the government specialty, for example, these skills, right? And this skill, it's not a passive skill. You have to activate that, and there is cooldown time. So use those time to make the maximum benefit for your attack or your defense, right? And look at those things. This one is increase the crew attack, and this one increase offense attack. This one increase defense attack, but this one only affect when you are attacking the turf. Really careful. It's turf. It's not a casino. Okay. So if you're hitting the NPC, it doesn't count. But this one, it counts as everything. See that? So be smart about those things. This one give you 20% as a max because it's attacking the perf. This one give you only 10% because it affects everything. So based on what you are trying to do, if you are attacking other players, you want to focus on this one. If you are doing something else, you're not sure, you focus on this one. Got it? Oh, the very last things maybe I want to talk about is there are too many things to talk about. And sometimes when you recon the player is showing as use anti-recon, right? They put anti-recon on, so you don't know. So my recommendation is don't risk yourself unless that player has very low influence. When I say low, that means very low. What I'm saying is like maybe 30 million influence. Not even worry about it, like worry about like a 15 million, right? Because my alt account let me show you. This count, you see, got 54 million influence. You see it's ghetto, right? But I tell you, I got 3 million troops over there. And they all T1 and T2. There are no T3. So if you are attacking this count on government war, you think you can get some points? No. Even you zero this count, you get 0 points. So my tip is only attack somebody, let's say 40 million or less. Because 50 million, as you see, they will have massive mid shell, which is T1, T2 chips, right? So, and if you find somebody is using an anti-recon, another thing you can do is, let me find somebody. For example, this guy. If I want to attack him, I see you can look at his equipment. He's using equipment which is Hitman and Bikers. Hitman, Biker. Then you know he's good at Hitman, Biker. And his hero is Big Shot, is Hitman. So I would think this guy is good at, I can guess this guy is good at Hitman. So in that case, I might send Bruisers. Or I send Hitman. So you see what I mean? So based on like, if they use anti-recon, there's something you can do. And one last thing, finally one last thing. I want to talk about formations, right? If you see on your screen, there is a formation, oh my god. Formation here, right? Which you can do the drill to see different formation. But I'm not a specialist in formation because I never try formation, unlock formation. But I can tell you one thing. If you are sending all bruisers, use bruiser square. If you're sending everybody or you are trying to, your hero or hitman, use hitman. Same goes biker. If your hero, you're sending biker, use bikers. Don't ask me the bottom three. I think they're hybrid bird. But what I can tell you is, if you have a high stats than me, let me show you, and let me favorites. See this one, right? I failed. I'm hitting an elite police station level 6, right? And you see I'm using a bruiser square, and my total troop is 4.3 million. The loss you see is 600, right? But my stats is not high. My stats is around 420. You see that? My crew HP 422, biker bruiser attack is 455. And this is the damage I do. I killed I killed like 604,000 enemies. And later on, another members in my faction, he has a much better bruiser stats. His bruiser attack is freaking 550 something, which has actual 100% damage bruiser attack than me. And he is sending all the bruisers and with a similar troop size, right? And but he's used bikers formation, and he ended up with dealing less damage than me, right? I would say like keep this in your mind. So I have like I killed around 604, right? I try to find his stats. That fight and it's a raid. I think it's a PvE. I don't know if I can find it, I know. Let's see this guy. This guy, right? This is what I'm talking about. He also sent 2 million troops. Probably I should bookmark this one so it's easy to see. Let's go back to the favorite. So this is a very good comparison. This is mine. I sent 2.3 million and my stats is 422, right? I'm using the bruiser square, right? And the damage I do is I killed 604. But look at him. His stats 587, freaking 587. And he's also having 2.2 million raid size. And he's using biker square, which is not bruiser. He only killed 500. Remember, I killed 604. He only killed 550. Yes, I have a slightly bigger crew size than him, but basically we're the same. So that's what I'm saying. If you are sending, like even like this guy has a much better like 583 87. This one is like only 455. I deal a lot more damage than him, right? You know the differences. So if you are sending all the bruisers, using bruiser square formation. Don't use bikers or hitman because even you have better stats, but formation matters. Alright, so that's the last thing I can tell you. Oh, I'm so tired. If it's not because of Mid-Autumn Festival, I probably don't want to commit so much time to talk about this video. But hopefully the 2023 video talk about enforcers and attacking can help you. Right? So I know maybe I didn't cover too much about defense. Should I talk about defense? But I kind of cover defense. You should put the defense buff on, and based on your specialties, you should put all the. Not this guy though. Please go home and maybe put this guy there, and don't forget to deploy your super weapon. Yeah, for example, like I found why I have this guy, this girl. She's not good. As I said, most people when they find you are not, when you're defending and when you use anti-recon, when people they don't know what kind of the specialty you are in, what you can do is you can set Mike or those bruiser type enforcers as your picture, and then people will think by looking at your profile, saying, oh, his guy is good at the bruiser, and they will send all the bikers. And in fact, 80% of chance when the people, the other player don't know what you have, they will send the bikers. So what you can do is when you find they come here, when you're preparing, usually they raid you, right? When they come to you, you put order. For example, you put it here, and then you can go away. You put it here. You can put it here. You can put it here like that. You put it like this, right? Then this is your defense line. But the player they don't see. They see your mic, and they think you are strong in bruiser, and because you are using anti-recon, people that don't know like you have a lot of hitman. Then they send the biker towards you, and when you see they send it back towards you, you very quickly switch your main character to the one you want. For example, I'll change it to Booba. Then your defense line suddenly become like this, right? Then they hit you, and I will show you one of the epic fight we had. This one, right? We are attacking C, which is another pretty good faction is raiding us, right? They send their troops, and this is our defense line, and we use Hitman Square. And look at the battle details. The attacking people, they send all bikers, right? You see, like this is on this desk. Oh, sorry, can't join you. They send all the bikers. But on our side, you see, we have crazy big number, big PP on Hitman. We specialize in Hitman. And this guy did a big mistake. He is sending bikers and using Hitman Square. And the end result is we lost only 570. They lost 1 million. The influence increased 64 million, and we only lost 7 million. This is a big victory, right? At the time, our player was using anti-recon. He was using, I remember he was using this guy as his underboss. And when the raid started, he found everybody in the enemy team is bikers. He quickly changed it to Booba, this guy. Then that's happened. Another thing is like if you don't want to give the attack side the chance to raise job, because once they say, oh, this guy suddenly changed his equipment to like a biker to boost the hitman, and he changed his like hero to hitman style, and it's a trap. No, it's too late. What you can do is you can do the teleport. You can relocate. And once you relocate, the attack will happen immediately. That means even there might be still 5 minutes before they are ready to reach your turf. But if you teleport, it happens immediately. Maybe you will ask, what about enforcers? my faction member, they reinforce me, and if I move, I will not order reinforcement. Don't worry. The order is the fight. When you move, the battle start immediately, and then after that, the reinforcement left. That's why even that battle, right? In the favorite, this battle is this guy. Is another player. He moved already. He teleported already, but I still have a battle report because I was still in the battle. So that means you won't lose. You won't lose. You see, like in this battle, like I was there, right? You see, like I was there. I sent all my T4 hitman over there. So by doing that, so you will give 0 time to the attack side to regret withdraw their troops, and also you are able to like you have all the reinforced like support, and at the same time you might able to lose all the wars. Yeah, you can. Let me check that favorite battle again. I think his war is 0'd. Yeah, you see, his war is 0'd, so that means on the speed up day, he can use his war repairing speed up as well. So there are a lot of benefits for doing that. But play as a defensive player, their problem is you have to always wait for somebody to attack you. So you are like always waiting. But if you are offensive player, like the attacking, so you are in charge what time you want to play, what time you don't want to play, you can go back bubble. But as a defensive player, you always have to constantly like alerted about what's happening. So it consumes more energies, but it's more fun. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. Oh, I need to take a break now. Hopefully this video helped you. So thank you for coming. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.